Hi, this is Ed again. Nice to see you. It's the 31st of May, 2020. And I'm so freaked out, I don't know where the hell to start. Well, first of all, I'm going to do this thing. I like this video that Ronald Reagan made with the Freedom from Foundation, no, the Freedom from Religion Foundation. And you know, Ronald Reagan, as you know, is the son of Ronald Reagan, the ex-president of the United States, and his wife, Ronald Sr.'s wife, Nancy. And so Ron Reagan Jr. is currently, like I said, working with the Freedom from Religion Foundation. Wow, my lips aren't working that good. That's hard to say. Freedom from Religion Foundation. And I've seen this video that he did, and just saying, he talks about one of the hot buttons, of course, in the secular world is the idea, especially in the United States now, it's a hot button, the idea of separating government and religion, or church and state, they sometimes refer to it. And it's a really important issue, and is certainly in the forefront now with the guy we have as a president right now. Anyway, Ron Reagan Jr. does this thing. At the very end of this video, he says, and I heard them. I heard on the Freedom from Religion show that they call Ask an Atheist, and they discussed this video that Ron has, and the video. You know, he talks openly about being an atheist all of his life. And there's an interesting story that they made the video, when they made the video, right at the end, there was a little short, and they ran it a couple of times, and they said, can you add on, 5 or 10 seconds? So he said, what he said was, Ron Reagan, lifelong atheist, not afraid of burning in hell. And when the fact that he said that at the very end, not afraid of burning in hell, of course the Christian religious world went nuts. And I don't know, doesn't seem to be such a big deal to me, but now that I heard their reaction, I'm going to say that more often. Ed, 20-year atheist, not afraid of burning in hell. And that's true. As far as I'm concerned, hell doesn't exist. There's nothing to be afraid of. But anyway, it's hard to get our minds off right now. I mean, if you can imagine, the news of the last day or so has actually upstaged the fucking coronavirus. I mean, that's been everywhere for 3 or 4 months now. That's all people talk about. That's all all that's going on news and the internet, social media is full of it, sort of thing. But all of a sudden, this is a story that actually upstaged the coronavirus issue. The fear and everything. And the story is that happened, actually I was talking to, Jose about this story. He actually saw the video where the police somewhere in Arizona accosted this guy, arrested this guy for what it appears to be, it was a black man, and he went into a store that's in his neighborhood, that the people know him and everything, apparently. I didn't see the video, but I'm relating what I know about it. And he paid for something, and he used a bill that turned out to be a counterfeit bill. He went outside of the store and he was kind of hanging out, apparently, because he lived in the neighborhood or whatever. The guy, the storekeeper, called the police. The police arrived and, you know, ended up with this black man on the ground in handcuffs on his face, and one of the policemen actually had puts his knee right on the guy's neck, and, you know, I haven't seen the video and I'm not going to watch it, because it would upset me too much and make me too angry. The guy's hollering, "I can't breathe," and everything, apparently, and he ended up dying on the spot. Now you can imagine the shit hit the fan, and riots, you know, followed, and all of that. And I've just been talking to Jose about it, and as far as I'm concerned, the United States is going to fucking burn. This is not going to go away quickly. And I can't imagine how you can resolve this. There might be one, horrible that this man died at the hands of the police in such a grotesque, ugly way. But maybe there's a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel. This may be the straw. It's more than a straw. It's a big fucking deal. A man was killed like that. But this may be the difference between Donald Trump getting, and I hope this is my personal hope, that this makes the difference between Donald Trump getting to serve his second term and being voted out. I hope he does. Why do I say that? Well, because a huge part of in the last election, of course, he would never call himself a racist, but his racist attitude was so open, anti-Mexican, anti-Muslim, and anti-black. And he did some dancing around it enough to get elected the last time. But I think this time, this ugly occurrence might just be the thing that puts him under, because Jose was talking to me about even Mexicans are upset, of course, and they're going to join in the anti-Trump, whatever, demonstrations or whatever happened, because he's also so anti-Mexican. Who the fuck has he got on his side? Christians, I guess. That's white Christians. I saw a bit of a video the other day. I was telling somebody about, just happened on it. It was just a short video. But this video is just a guy standing there saying, it's obviously a political advertisement, but he's saying, what has happened to our country is this country is no longer a white Christian country. And I mean, this was like somebody give me a smack in the face, and I went, what? When the fuck was the United States a white Christian country? Not since 1774, whenever the Constitution was formed. Certainly. Maybe attitudes and stuff were like that sort of thing, but it never was a white Christian country. And going back to this racist killing of this innocent man is like, that thing just, it seems to me like that's gotta be the end of Trump, because what American is not going to be thinking that? I'm not surprised this thing happened when we have such a racist president in office. And he blatantly exhibits his racism, you know, especially anti-Mexican, anti-Muslim. Although his anti-Muslim thing is not directly a racist. I don't believe in the idea of saying if you're anti Islam, you're a racist because you're against Arab people. But that's the tact he's taken. So thank you. So the point is, I'm hoping if anything good can come out of this poor guy getting murdered like that by the police, that one of the things is we'll get rid of this horrible, horrible leader in the United States, you know, with his racism, his misogyny. You know, you've all heard the story of his comments about something about the way to deal with a woman is to grab her by the pussy or something like that. Please tell me that there's enough of the world that doesn't buy into that kind of fucked up headspace that they are going to vote him out of power. Please. That will make my day, so to speak, or whatever. It'll make my year for this 80-year-old old guy. And by the way, I was talking to my wife about, once again, I want to apologize for this old guy habit of chewing my, some people might call it chewing my gum, chewing my cud, because I have false teeth and I continually do this thing which I know is ugly, but I can't not do it because, because of what happens in my mouth. So sorry about that. And I just want to give a moment of thought for the family and friends of this poor guy that got killed in the United States. But let's hope that from his death that some good things happen. Maybe racism will get thrown out. It won't get thrown out. Maybe it'll diminish somewhat. And I hope that it doesn't get too bad, but I just see the United States is going to be on fire. People are not going to let this go. This is not the first time this kind of thing happened. And it's probably not going to be the last, but I hope this might work towards it being, working towards the end of racism and misogyny, and the president that supports those kinds of fucked up human thinking. My name is Ed, and it's the 31st day of May in 2020, and we're still in this pandemic situation, but I think that it seems to be starting to ease up. We're hoping that some restaurants are opening here, as they are in other cities in the United States. And now we got this whole horrible diversion from the coronavirus of this guy being murdered by policemen, and apparently a white policeman. The shit is going to hit the fan. I'm Ed. This is Atheist, a Bird with No Cage, and I just want to remind you, I'm not a lifelong atheist. I was raised as a Catholic, but about the last 20 years I've been touting myself as an atheist, and I am that, and I am not afraid of burning in hell Christians. So you can go to hell, all of you who say that whatever I've heard them say things like I work for the devil and all of that. I don't believe in the devil, and I don't believe in hell, and I'm not afraid of going there. Thanks. That's all for today.